was about 12, I really liked this girl. But as a 12, 13-year-old, I was very shy. I didn't know how to talk to a girl. I liked to get to know her, but talking to her, that was pretty scary. But as the school year went along, I liked her more and more. We had some interactions now and then, and didn't say more than 2 or 3 words, but she seemed to like me, and there was one time she tried to sit beside me on the school bus. And I was really excited about that, really scared, because I had no idea what to say to her when she sat down beside me. But then my so-called friends, who were also on the bus, said, "Oh, look, they're lovers. Give her a kiss. Sit closer. Oh, look at that. That's so sweet." And so after about a couple minutes of that, she got up and didn't ever sit with me on the bus again. But as time went on, we sat near each other on the bus and said a few words to her now and then, and saw her at school and various things, and there was a little bit of a relationship going on, and she was pretty cute, so I really started to like her and thought this would be really neat if she could be my girlfriend. But the idea of going up to her and say, "Hey Rachel, would you like to be my girlfriend?" that was just way too scary. So I was trying to figure out, I really like this girl, I'd like her to be my girlfriend, but how am I gonna ever have her be my girlfriend if I'm too scared to ask her to be my girlfriend? Then I got an idea, a letter. Jim Croce once sang a song that said, "Every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong, so I'll have to say I love you in the song." Well, as you can see, I can't sing, but I can write. And since I couldn't find the words to say I love you to her by saying them, I decided to write them. So I said, I'll just sit down by myself like I do in school. I write papers. I'll just write her a letter and give it to her. And then she'll know that I like her a lot. Maybe she'll be my girlfriend. Who knows what I would say to her if she did say yes. But I remember it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I had this pile of papers all rolled up of all these 100 different drafts I had written to try to write a love letter to her. This was being a lot harder than I thought it would be. And I fell asleep. But then I woke up and had a midnight inspiration. I got up and just started writing off words, and I wrote out a pretty long little letter, most of a front sheet of a paper, telling about how I liked her and wanted to be my girlfriend and things like that. And satisfied that I'd written something pretty good, I stuck it in my, I didn't really have a pocket. That was at bed, so I laid it on my desk, and the next morning I put it in my pocket, and I got on the bus. I was going to give it to her on the bus. But again, I was rather shy, and in that particular day, she sat down by one of my cousins, and I said, "Oh, this is getting serious. I need to give her this letter soon, because maybe she'll start liking my cousin, and this is not good." But the rest of the time on the bus passed, and I didn't give it to her, and most of the day passed, and finally, a couple days passed, and I hadn't given it to her, and it was Friday, and I said, this is ridiculous. So as I was getting off the bus on Friday afternoon, I got off the bus right before she did. As I walked by her, I kind of tossed a letter to her and said, "Here," and got off the bus and said, "Well, I've given her my letter. Now it's completely up to her." But something happened that I couldn't imagine, because as I found out later on, the letter actually bounced. It was folded up, actually bounced off her knee and landed on the floor, the aisle of the bus. A very outgoing boy, who kind of knew that I liked her anyway, saw this happen and grabbed the letter and opened it up and began reading it to all the people in the bus. He said, "Dear Rachel, I really like you and want you to be my girlfriend." And then started laughing, ha 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 ha. And it would be really nice for you to be my girlfriend. We could spend lots of time together, reading this sing-song voice. We could go on walks together. We could ride motorcycles together. She kind of lived on a farm and had horses, so I said, we could ride horses together. You could wear my school jacket. I really think you're cute, and I'd really like to spend more time with you. And it was a really corny letter, and he really, using his sing-song voice, made it sound even cornier than maybe it really was, if that's possible. Finally, she ripped the thing out of his hand and got off the bus, and probably not very happy with me, or the unorthodox way I gave her the letter. Well, for the next week, you know, she didn't say anything to me. Not that she normally said that much to me anyway, but you could tell that she was avoiding me, and it was, I felt really bad, you know, I felt really bad about what happened, and I said, well, this is not going anywhere. And about a week or so later, she was up at my neighbor's house visiting his sister, and she saw me and she started walking away, but then she turned around and came over, and we went down to where there was a swing, and we actually started talking maybe better than we'd ever had before. She was acting really friendly, and I started realizing why I really did like her. But then pretty soon she said, you know, I got your letter, and you know, I really like you as a friend. There's this other boy that I kind of like and stuff, and so I'm sorry, I really just want to be your friend. And so it didn't surprise me that she said that. It didn't relieve the hurt. It really hurt a lot to hear her say that, but after the incident and everything, it actually really hurt a lot. So, you know, C.S. Lewis said, if you want the love, you have to experience the pain. And so I sought the love in that case and experienced the pain of being turned down by a girl. But, you know, maybe someday there'll be some girl that really does want to like me.